Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Lost Speedway videos with your boy Joe Donahue. I am in the wonderful metropolitan of York, Pennsylvania at the York State Fairgrounds, and lo and behold, you wouldn't believe, pretty easy to believe, this used to be a racetrack that was used by race cars. So we're going to explore the history and what's left, which is a fair amount, of the York Fairgrounds. The York Fairgrounds still stands today as the host of the York State Fair and many other events throughout the year with the York Expo Center. Located on the west side of town, the fair itself was first held in 1765 downtown and has operated ever since, with occasional pauses for world crisis. The first fairgrounds was on the east side of town, but was outgrown by the fair's popularity, and the current location was purchased by the York County Agricultural Society in 1888. The land has been expanded since, but this is where the site was and still is to this day. As the fair expanded, the half-mile dirt track was added for horse racing, and in 1911 someone got the idea to give auto racing a try. The race was independently run outside of 1 year, with big car races as part of the fair festivities every year from the first in 1911 up to 1934, into a break that lasted 6 years. The Dirt Oval resurrected auto racing after this on Memorial Day in 1941, but World War II would quickly put the track on pause yet again. Auto racing and fairs like York were restricted from happening during the war, although fairs were not technically illegal, and the York Fair controversially continued. In 1946, the racing resumed after the war and saw track action until 1953. At this point, there were stock cars racing on the track, and there may have been some other purpose-built cars racing too. Another hiatus got us to 1960, and the last run of action went from there to 1980. In this stretch, racing was a bigger piece of the fair and consisted of more of the nights. Midgets, late models, and modifieds were present in the last years, including all of them together in 1980. That was the last time the track saw car racing, and after a few years the surface was moved from dirt to gravel. Some offhand motorcycle races, monster truck shows, and demo derbies continue to entertain fans alongside harness racing, but the mainstay and regular use of the facility is horses and fair activities like concerts at the main stage. The track is still present, with many optimistic that theoretically they could return auto racing to the track's itinerary. In the meantime, it's pretty easy to go take a look when you're around at the fairgrounds. Alright, here I am in turn number 1. The band shell and the big grandstand in the front would have been where the front stretch and start-finish line was. And as you can see, it's a little bit of banking here. Not a ton, but a little bit. Alright, we are on the back stretch now, going into turn number 3. I love these pylons. Nice old school, cool looking things. Not really 100% sure why they're there. Probably something to do with horse racing, which happened here. Old looking horse stable type building. Some old buildings, some more old buildings. The grandstand up front, very cool. I'm in turn 4 right now, coming back onto the front stretch on my little tour around this facility. I think there were guardrails on the inside of the track. Sometimes there weren't back in the day. Definitely on the outside, but not always on the inside. Up and across the street, an old cemetery, and down where I'm standing as I'm through 3 and 4, the remains and final resting place of what was once the York County Fairgrounds racetrack. So I hope you've enjoyed our little tour around this facility. Please give the video a like and share it around with some of your peers and friends if you think they might find this interesting. This series has done better than I initially would have expected it to, and I'm glad about that because we're educating people about things that once were. So on behalf of everybody here, which is just me, I'm Joe Donahue. Thank you for watching and tuning along, and we'll see you guys in the next video.